A total disaster for Prince Harry as the publishers of the Daily Mail newspaper seek to remove a spending cap which could leave the Duke with unlimited liability on legal costs.
Again, I totally disagree with that. Honestly, they leaked immediately to People magazine last week about how unhappy Meghan was and how sad she was about how it had all played out.
Harry has met someone who is his age, with whom he is in love, and who is in love with him. And Meghan found out about it, according to my sources of information.
Many people watching this right now are angry. Really angry. If you open any YouTube video, any news article, or any social media post about the British royal family these days, you will immediately feel the heat in the comment sections. Waves of frustration, disappointment, betrayal, and exhaustion pour out from thousands of ordinary viewers who once admired the institution. The emotions are raw, personal, and increasingly directed not just at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, but at King Charles III himself. A growing number of people are calling the king weak, naive, and even a threat to the future of the monarchy. At the same time, Prince William is being praised as the only member of the family who still has a backbone and understands duty. Why has public sentiment turned so sharply against Harry and Meghan? Why are so many now losing faith in King Charles? And what does this intense online reaction tell us about the deeper crisis facing the British royal family in 2026? This is not just another tabloid story. It is a story about family loyalty colliding with institutional responsibility, about personal grievances playing out on the world stage, and about whether an ancient monarchy can survive in the age of social media and instant public judgment. Today, we are going to dive deep into the public reaction, explore where this anger is coming from, and try to understand what it means for the future of the crown. Let's start at the beginning of the fracture. Several years ago, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made the decision to step back from senior royal duties. They expressed a desire to live more independently, particularly in America, while hoping to maintain some connection to royal life. What they called half in, half out quickly became one of the most controversial ideas in modern royal history. Many in the public believed from the start that this arrangement was simply not realistic. You cannot walk away from official royal responsibilities, move thousands of miles away, build a new life funded by Hollywood deals and private income, and still expect the full privileges, security, and respect that come with being working members of the royal family. That fundamental contradiction, according to a large number of commoners, planted the seeds for years of conflict, accusations, and broken trust. To understand this better, let's look back at how the relationship deteriorated step by step. After the initial announcement, the couple moved to Canada and then to California. They signed massive deals with Netflix, Spotify, and various publishers. While these deals brought them financial independence, they also came with a price: the need to stay in the public eye and keep producing content. Many critics argue that this necessity to remain relevant led them to repeatedly bring up their royal past, even while claiming they wanted privacy. Controversies followed rapidly. High-profile interviews like the one with Oprah Winfrey, the best-selling book Spare, the Netflix docuseries, and multiple media appearances kept the family drama in the headlines for years. For some viewers, Harry and Meghan represent a couple fighting against a rigid, outdated institution that failed to protect them, especially Meghan, from intense media scrutiny and alleged racism. However, the dominant sentiment expressed across thousands of comments tells a very different story. Many viewers feel that Harry and Meghan have repeatedly crossed boundaries by sharing private family matters while simultaneously demanding privacy for themselves. They point to what they see as a repeating pattern: dramatic exits followed by tell-all projects, then attempts to re-engage with the family when it suits them. This behavior has created deep and widespread distrust. People feel used, manipulated, and exhausted by the constant cycle of drama. King Charles finds himself in a particularly difficult position in this narrative. A significant number of royal watchers argue that his repeated willingness to meet with Harry, even after public criticisms and reported leaks, demonstrates dangerous weakness at the top. They worry that his fatherly love is clouding his judgment as monarch. Many commenters repeatedly say that the late Queen Elizabeth II would never have allowed this level of disruption and public disrespect to continue. They describe Charles as too soft, too hesitant, and ultimately unable to put the needs of the institution and the country ahead of personal feelings. Some go so far as to openly suggest that he should consider abdicating so that William can take the throne sooner. In their eyes, a king who cannot set clear boundaries risks losing the respect of both the British public and the international community. By contrast, Prince William receives consistent praise as the steady, responsible figure. Viewers see him as someone who understands the meaning of duty, who protects his own family, and who refuses to reward what they consider bad behavior. He has become a symbol of strength and continuity in a family that many feel is unraveling. The sharp contrast between the two brothers, one who stayed and carried the weight of responsibility, and one who left and continued to criticize from afar, fuels much of the passionate online discussion. Let's talk about Prince William's role in more detail. Since becoming Prince of Wales, he has focused heavily on his Earthshot Prize, mental health initiatives, and supporting his wife Kate during her health challenges. Many see this as a man quietly getting on with royal work without seeking constant media attention. This disciplined approach has won him huge admiration in comment sections, especially when compared to the ongoing Sussex drama. The issue of royal titles remains one of the most emotional and frequently discussed topics. A huge number of people strongly believe that Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles without delay. They argue that continuing to use these titles while living completely outside the working royal system and often criticizing it creates confusion, damages the monarchy's brand, and sends the wrong message to the public. Titles, they say, are not personal property. They belong to the institution. Allowing the couple to keep them gives the impression that you can have all the benefits of royalty without any of the duty. Financial questions add another heavy layer of public resentment. Many commenters repeatedly point out that Harry appears to have no traditional occupation or career outside of his royal connections and media projects. They question how the couple maintains their expensive lifestyle. The California mansion, private jets, security teams, and constant travel, while frequently criticizing the very system that gave them their global platform and wealth. There is particular frustration around any possibility that British taxpayers or royal funds might still be indirectly supporting them in any way. Lawsuits, mounting legal fees, and public appeals for financial help only strengthen the perception that Harry and Meghan want all the advantages of royalty with none of the accountability. Some even calculate the enormous costs of their security and wonder why a self-proclaimed independent couple still relies on such support. The debate over security is equally intense and emotional. Harry has consistently argued for continued protection when visiting Britain. Critics respond firmly that by choosing to leave royal duties and build a life abroad, he gave up any automatic right to taxpayer-funded security. They view these ongoing demands as another example of entitlement, expecting the British public to pay for protection while the couple pursues lucrative opportunities in America and continues to speak negatively about the country they left behind. Family conflict runs like a dark thread through every part of this story. Viewers describe painful, seemingly unhealable rifts between Harry and William. Some believe Harry feels jealous of his older brother's position and future role. Others argue that Meghan's influence played a major role in pulling Harry away from his family and his roots. Whatever the exact causes, the very public spectacle of brother against brother has left millions of royal followers feeling saddened, exhausted, and disillusioned. The monarchy was meant to be a symbol of stability and unity. Instead, it has become a global tabloid drama. Recent events have only intensified the anger. Reports of private meetings between King Charles and Harry, sometimes followed quickly by details appearing in the press, have triggered fresh rounds of outrage. Many believe a clear pattern has emerged. Meetings take place, then selective information leaks out, leaving the palace looking reactive and weak. Public patience, according to thousands of comments, is rapidly running out. The situation involving Sir Elton John became another symbolic flashpoint. When Harry reportedly reached out for financial assistance with legal matters, the legendary musician's refusal resonated strongly with many people. It felt to them like even longtime friends and supporters had finally reached their limit with what they see as endless entitlement and drama. The once beloved spare is now often described in comments as spoiled, out of touch with reality, and unwilling to accept that the world does not owe him special treatment. We also cannot ignore the impact on the younger generation of royals. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are growing up in this atmosphere. Many worry about how this ongoing public family feud might affect them in the future. Throughout all of these controversies, concern for the long-term future of the monarchy remains a central worry. Many viewers fear that the endless scandals are slowly eroding public support for an institution that has survived for over 1,000 years. Some worry that if King Charles cannot resolve the situation with Harry firmly and clearly, the damage may become permanent by the time William ascends the throne. Others wonder whether the royal family can ever fully regain the widespread goodwill and respect it enjoyed during Queen Elizabeth's long reign. It is important to acknowledge that not everyone shares these critical views. Some commenters continue to defend Harry and Meghan, seeing them as victims of a cold, inflexible institution that failed to adapt to modern times. They argue the couple had no choice but to speak out and build an independent life. A smaller group feels the online criticism has itself become excessively harsh and sometimes unfair. After all, passionate comment sections tend to amplify the loudest voices and do not always represent the full range of public opinion or verified facts. The truth, as is often the case in family matters, likely exists somewhere in the complicated middle. Yet the dominant emotion expressed across the internet right now is unmistakable: deep disappointment. Disappointment in Harry for appearing to abandon the duty and path he was raised for. Disappointment in Meghan for what many perceive as ambition that puts personal gain above family harmony. And, perhaps most surprisingly, disappointment in King Charles for what many see as a failure of leadership at a critical moment. This is no longer simply a story about one prince and his wife who chose to leave royal life. It has evolved into a much larger conversation about the very purpose and relevance of the British monarchy in the 21st century. Can an ancient institution built on tradition, duty, and discretion survive when personal grievances and family conflicts are aired so publicly and dramatically? Can a man simultaneously be a loving father and an effective king? Should blood ties ever outweigh responsibility to the crown and the nation it represents? As the years continue to pass and the fractures appear to deepen, the public seems to be sending a clear and urgent message. The era of half measures and endless indulgence must end. The royal family faces a fundamental choice: return to tradition, duty, and institutional strength, or risk continued chaos and gradual decline. Whether Harry and Meghan will ever find a meaningful path back to any positive relationship with the institution remains highly uncertain. What is certain is that the British people and millions of royal watchers around the world are paying close attention. Their patience is not unlimited, and their expectations for leadership from the top have rarely been higher. The monarchy has survived countless storms throughout its long history. But this particular storm feels different. It is more personal, more public, and potentially more damaging to the image of stability and dignity that the crown has worked so hard to maintain. In the end, the most important question may not be whether Harry and Meghan can be welcomed back into the fold. The real question may be whether King Charles and the royal family still possess the strength, clarity, and resolve to place the crown and its future above all else. Only time will tell if they do.